Good morning, class. We're going to work on the practice problems. Hopefully you've already done them before you watch the video to make sure that you know what you are doing. So here we go. This is number 19. Okay, and it is 2a minus 6a, 7a minus 3b. This is b. Sorry, y'all. Okay. Make sure that's written correctly. All right, so now you're going to use distributive property. Since this first parentheses has two numbers in it, you're going to do distributive property twice and then combine like terms. All right, so the first number is 2a. So you're going to say 2a and you're going to multiply it times 7a minus 3b. And your second number is a negative or minus 6b. You're going to multiply it times the second parentheses as well. So you're doing distributive property twice. All right. So when we do distributive property twice, 2 times this 7 gives us 14. A times a is a squared. Positive times a negative is going to be a negative. 2 times this 3 is 6. Got a times b is just ab. Okay. Distributive property again. You have a negative times a positive is a negative. This gives us 42. B times A or A times B is AB. ABC order. Please write your letters in ABC order. A negative times a negative is a positive. 6 times 3 is going to be 18. B times B is B to the second power. Now we're going to combine the like terms. The like terms here. Do we have another A squared term? No. So it's 14a squared. Do we have a b term? We do. Right here in the middle. This is going to be plus a negative. So we're going to add these together. So this is going to be a negative 48 ab. We don't have another b squared term, so we bring this down. B squared. This is our answer. Okay? All right, I'm going to do, let's see here. I'm going to do another one similar, not like that one, but let's do a different kind. Let's do 21. Okay. So with 21, we have 6a minus 6 in parentheses. Then we have a negative 2a squared minus 4a minus 8. Okay? Again, in that first parentheses, we have 2 terms. So we're going to do distributive property twice. Okay? So here we go. The first number, 6a. So you're going to multiply 6a times everything in the second parentheses. Okay. And your second number is a negative 6. So you're going to multiply negative 6 times everything in the second parentheses. All right. So now here we're going to multiply using distributive property. Okay. Positive times a negative is going to give me a negative here. This is going to be 12. This is a to the first, and this is a to the second, so that's a to the third. When I add 1 plus 2, that's 3. A positive times a negative is going to give me a negative again. 6 times this 4 is 24. A to the first, a to the times a to the first is a to the second. A positive times a negative is a negative again. 6 times 8 is 48. A, okay. Move to the next. It's negative 6. We're going to distribute or multiply negative 6 times everything in that parentheses, second parentheses. A negative times a negative is a positive. 6 times 2 is 12. This is a to the second. A negative times a negative is a positive. 6 times 4 is 24. A negative times a negative is a positive. 6 times 8 is 48. Okay? Now we're going to combine like terms. A to the third power. Is there another term that has a to the third power? No. Okay? It's a lot of numbers, so I'm going to cross it out as I go. Is there another term that has a to the second power? We got this one, and we got this one, okay? So this is negative 24 and a positive 12. So that's going to be a negative 12a squared when we combine them. Okay? Now we have a. There's another term that's like that. We combine those. This is going to be a negative. They're different, so I'm going to subtract. So this is 4. That's 2. So it's going to be 24a. And then there's not another constant. Remember, a constant is a number that does not have a variable attached to it. And this is your answer here. Okay? Questions about those? All right, I'm going to see if I have enough space to do the last one, number 26. Negative 3m to the second minus 2mn minus 8 n to the second. Okay, let's make sure I have that right. Okay. Then we have 8m to the second plus 4mn plus n to the second. We're going to do distributive property 1, 2, 3 times. Okay? We're going to do distributive property 3 times. So here we have negative 3m to the second times the second parentheses all right, the second number or term, okay, the third term, all right. Okay, so here we go. We're going to use distributive property here. So we got a negative times a positive is going to be a negative, okay? This is going, excuse me, this is going to give me 24 when I multiply the numbers together. The m to the second is m to the fourth. Add the exponents together of like basis. A negative times a positive is going to be a negative. Multiply the numbers, and that's 12. M to the second, m to the first, that's m to the third. There's no n here, so it's just n to the first. A negative times a positive is a negative. The coefficient here is 1, so this is going to be 3, okay? We got m to the second, and m comes before n, so we put m to the second, n to the second, okay? The next, we have negative 2. We multiply by all these numbers that are in the parentheses, okay? So a negative times a positive is a negative. 2 times 8 is going to give me 16. M to the first, m to the second, that's m to the third. N to the first, there's not another n there, okay? A negative times a positive is a negative. 2 times 4 is 8. M to the first is M to the second. N to the first is N to the second. Okay. Got those. The last one is this one right here. We got coefficient here is 1, so this is going to be -2. Okay. M, N to the first, N to the second, is going to be N to the third. All right. Okay. The last one. A negative times a positive is going to be a negative. Multiplying this first. 8 times 8 is 64. M comes first, so it's M to the second, N. Okay. A negative times a positive is going to be a negative. I'm going to run out of space, so I'm going to have to go down, okay? Negative, this is going to be 32. M comes first, so we're going to put M. N to the second. N times N is N to the second. All right. This last one. Negative times a positive is going to be a negative. Okay. This is going to be a -8. N to the first, N to the second is going to give me N to the third. All right. And that's all of our numbers there. So now we combine like terms. We got M to the second. M to the fourth. So we're looking for that. We don't have another one of those. So let's write this here as our final answer for this term. Nothing to combine it with, so just bring it down. Okay. We got M to the third and then just the N. M to the third and just the N. This is this right here. M to the third. M to the third. None of the other ones. So just these two. So a negative plus a negative is going to be a negative. And then you add these together. So that's going to be 28. Okay. Now we're looking for M to the second and N to the second. All right. So this is this and this. And there's not another one that's exactly like that. So we combine these. This is negative. This is 8 plus 3, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we got -11. M to the second, N to the second. Okay. Now we're looking for ones that are like this. Just M to the first and N to the third. M to the first, N to the third. There's not another one, so bring this one down. Now we're looking for M to the second and it's N to the first. There's not another one like that one either. And then there's not another one that's like this one. And then the last one, bring it down as well. This is your final answer here. Okay. Thank you. Have a great day. Ask questions if you need to, okay?